Hi, I'm Andrew Paterson, Managing Director of Great Boulder Resources. And today I want to talk a bit about the regional context in the Meekatharra area with all the exploration companies that are working around there. So getting straight into it, this is a map of the centred on the Meekatharra area, actually centred on our Mulga deposit. And one of the key things for any exploration company or any project for that matter is access to infrastructure. So if you look at the area, obviously well serviced by highways with the Great Northern Highway running up the middle. And there are actually 5 operating gold plants within a 200-kilometre radius. So you've got 3 of them are owned by Westgold. Firstly, Fortnum to the north, quite a long way away and relatively remote. Bluebird right in the middle is a big mill about 25 kilometres from Mulga. And the third one is Tuckabianna to the south, which is down towards Kew. Then you've got Mount Magnet's big Checker plant owned by Ramilius. And then Catalyst also have a large or 2 large mills at Plutonic, which is about 200 kilometres by road from Mulga. So quite a lot of infrastructure there, and also a lot of companies working in that area. So if you zoom in a bit, these are the 4 key explorer developers in terms of the companies with the most advanced projects. So what I've shown here with the yellow outline is the Great Boulder project, is Sidewell, Narweeda, and then Polel there. Westgold are in the middle. Meeka Metals up to the north, particularly with their Turnberry open pit development, and Orogold just to the west of town at Crown Prince. And lastly, the Odyssey guys down towards Nanine with their Tuckanarra project, which is looking pretty good as well. So I'm not here to disparage any of these companies. I think they're all well run and they've all got good projects. So the key, given that, is how do you compare apples with apples? And really, the most obvious one, everybody's got resources. If you compare their enterprise values with their resource, then you can see there are some key things that stand out from that. Most obvious one, really, Orogold, valued at $127 an ounce. Now, there are reasons for that. They're by far the highest grade deposit in resource, and they're also right next to town. So they're on a granted mining lease, and it's right in Westgold's backyard. Odyssey, Great Boulder, and Meeka are all more or less in the same ballpark. Now, somewhat controversial, but on the bottom there, I've included Meeka's on the basis of just their open pit ounces. Now, I think there is a view amongst some analysts that the underground ounces at Andy Well are too deep and too narrow, and therefore it's more the 700,000 ounces at Turnberry that are significant. So keep that in mind. If you then look at that on a bubble graph, you can really see that the other 3, other than Orogold, we're all pretty much in the same ballpark at around the kind of $45 to $50 per ounce resource per EV dollars per ounce. Also bear in mind that the general average is about $25 per ounce, so we're all doing relatively well compared to our peer group, and that is simply due to the fact that everybody's located pretty close to existing mills. Now, the key thing there is then for us to demonstrate why we think Great Boulder is better. And really, what I see is that we have by far the best project pipeline. So if you look at it from a drone perspective, you look up there, we've got Mulga in resource, 500,000 ounces, Mulga North, not finished drilling yet, Ironbark, 100,000 ounces, and then this whole trend through Ironbark down to Saltbush, as we've shown in previous videos, all has really strong indications of mineralisation. And we've just been drilling Saltbush last week, so we should have more news flow out about that shortly. So this is what that looks like on the map. There's a tenement outline. Zooming in, we've already looked at Mulga and Ironbark, but 2 pits there really close to each other. And then further afield, this is really the key aspect of our exploration for the rest of 2024. So we've got 2/3 of a million ounces in resource, high grade ounces, and targets at surface. Saltbush coming along nicely. I really think that this is the key story for Great Boulder, is that compared to that bubble chart, we've got a lot of room to grow. So this is really the key aspect for the next 6 to 12 months. So once again, thanks for listening, and keep an eye out for our next video.